Welcome back, you guys, to part 3 of business habits. I have 7 more business habits to share with you to get your business back in line, in gear, and having you seeing success. Hey guys, Kimberly here, and I help people just like you with ridiculously ambitious goals and dreams level up their habits and take them to doer and into massive, bold action, which we'll talk a little bit about today. But like I mentioned, I have 7 more business tips to share with you, so let's just jump in with our first tip of the day, and it's positivity. It is so important to focus on positivity, especially if you are a business owner, if you want to see that long-term success. Because if you're like me, you are going to be faced with negativity at every single turn. Maybe you're not getting the clients that you want. Maybe your team isn't performing. Maybe your sales aren't where they're supposed to be or where you want them to be. Or maybe the whole other side, maybe you're being made fun of. Maybe you're being mocked or put down for, living and stepping into your dream. So first, I want to stop there for a second and let you guys know that I have been made fun of more times than I can count. And what do? I just put my head up and I find the people who want to support me and want to lead me through this journey. So focus on the positive side of things. Another piece is your mind moves toward what you focus on. So if you focus on negativity, your mind's gonna go that way. But if you focus on positivity, your mind will also go that way. And there may be times where you fail, or maybe you just feel like a failure, but I encourage you to be persistent and be consistent. And if you do those 2 things, eventually you will see success. Next, really short and simple, is contribute your time. A lot of people will maybe donate or give their money, but you guys, there are so many people out there who are struggling and who can really benefit from our time. And it's not always trading time for money. There needs to be times in your life where you're giving back to those who are less fortunate than you. There are people out there who don't have a roof over their head or a hot meal or a place to sleep or shoes on their feet. So find a way to donate your time. And since we're talking about this from a business perspective, if you have a team or employees or even clients, encourage them to come with you and contribute their time together. That bonding experience is also going to help with a positive culture. Number 3 is a business budget. Now, I know some of you are probably looking at me with big wide eyes, but you guys, if you do not have a business budget, I highly encourage you guys to sit down and write out a monthly budget for your business. In business, your expenses can go off the rails very, very fast. There's a quote from Benjamin Franklin that I absolutely love. A small leak can sink a great ship. So maybe you're just saying, well, you know what? I'm going to buy a couple more stamps, or I'm going to invest this maybe in a marketing campaign, maybe just a little bit more here, or redo this, right? Maybe boost this post. If you aren't keeping track and you don't know going into the month what you can and will spend, your money will find its way itself. So you have to dictate where your money goes. You are in control of your budget. So if you don't have one, make one. So these next 2 really go hand in hand. So number 4 is get a mentor. If you do not have a mentor, you need to find one. Plain and simple, find someone who has already achieved the success, the level of success that you are after. Look at what they're doing, right? Ask them questions. Share with them what you're doing and see if they can give you any feedback to kind of tweak what you're doing to make it better. If they agree to be your so-called accountability partner, check in with them daily. There are people that I talk to every single day and tell them what I'm doing, what I did yesterday, what I saw success with, what I didn't see success with. And so make sure you find someone who is willing to listen to you and willing to give you that really tough feedback. Something else to keep in mind is that a mentor is going to be someone who helps you work on your business and not in your business. So they're going to give you that whole other perspective. The next one, number 5, like I mentioned, is very similar to the previous one, but it's to emulate success. So maybe it's your mentor or maybe it's someone else. But again, find someone who has gone before you, who is killing it in their business or whatever it is that you are going to try to emulate, and really kind of reverse engineer what they do. You can even ask them if you want, right? If they're your mentor, you can ask them, hey, how did you do this? But really dive into what they're doing and try to implement it in your own business. Now, something extremely important that I want to mention here, I do not want you to misconstrue emulate for copying and duplicating. So I'm not saying to take what they're doing and copy it. I'm telling you to be unique. You need to emulate the success that they are seeing. A lot of the time, whenever I see people who are copying or literally duplicating the things that other people are doing, they do not have true clarity in what they are wanting to do with their business or with their life. So whenever you get real clarity, when you know what your purpose is, you can emulate successfully, right? You can take with those really amazing people that you look up to and you can see what they do and you can make it your own. If there's any advice I can give you, it is to emulate, not to copy or to duplicate. Number 6 is take action. It's kind of obvious, right? Like you can't have success if you do not have action. Now, a lot of you are like, oh, well, I'm not at a place where I can take action yet, or I'm waiting until this to happen before I take action. You guys, take action. It does not matter what it is. I am all about massive, bold action. It's going to be messy. Trust me, I've made mistakes, but you know what? I'm proud of myself for actually doing something. Don't sit on the sidelines and wait. Do something. Take massive action. And the last one for today is reflection. We talk a lot about visualizing, seeing ourselves in the future. What do I want? But not a lot of people take the time to look backwards. Like, where have I come from? What have I achieved? What have I accomplished? So really set some time every single day to think about your past. Think about where you came from. So that time for me is whenever I'm outside walking the dogs, especially if I'm alone. I always think about where I came from, the steps I took to get there. If I were to do that again, what would I do differently? But really take that time to reflect. Just think about the journey that's behind you. So that way, the clearer you are on where you came from, the better you can actually visualize your future. So that is the last of the tips that I want to share with you guys today. Next Monday, I have 7 more, and then we'll be done with the business tips and we will move into December, a whole new topic. So again, if you do not follow me over on Instagram, I'm going to let you guys help me dictate where we go in December. So make sure you're over there in my stories. But if you feel that you got something out of this, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave comments. But if there is anyone that you know that would value or get any kind of benefit out of these tips that I share with you today, please make sure you share with them. And I will see you guys next Monday. Bye, guys.